All right, Oklahoma City. I've got a couple more days in Facebook jail, then I'm free. Set me free. I wanted to get a lot of private messages and emails and things like that asking a lot of questions about the heliocentric model, how I came to these conclusions, what that means, like the parabola of the Earth or the lack thereof, the atmospheric flow that the heliocentric model claims. That's why in a helicopter, if you hover, that's why the Earth doesn't move underneath, because the atmosphere is flowing, which is that's a crock. I mean, the formulas are they're outlandish anyway. One question that I do get quite often is, what about the meteorite craters on planet Earth? Well, there's one in Arizona, there's one in the Gulf of Mexico, to name two big ones. Most of these craters are centered in the North America region. When I tell you the reason why they are, you'll understand what I'm about to tell you. The reason that most of them are, I think, most of them are here in North America and not centered in the Mideast is because the Mideast is where the population centers were, and after the flood, God didn't want to put that many over there, if you will, and have to rebuild around them or build up. That's why most of them are North America based, if you will, because population centers were not here. Now, what are they? Genesis 7:11 talks about the waters of heaven opening up, pouring out water. If you ever, I grew up on a dairy farm as a boy. We had water spigots everywhere, water in the field. So if you ever left a water spigot on and went back to look what was underneath after you turn the water off, there's a divot, kind of like if you were to throw a golf ball on the ground or a bowling ball lifted up. There's a symmetrical circle left by the pressure of the force that was pushed on the ground. Well, the sky up here is blue, as we all know. There's the sun. It's about 5,000 miles away, but the sky is blue for a reason. What are we told makes the sky blue? We're told the sky is blue because of reflection off of waters thousands of miles away. So if you're in Nebraska, the sky is still blue because of reflections off of what? The Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico? No. The sky is blue because that is water. That's water. It's called the firmament. So when in Genesis 7:11 talks about when God opened up the gates of heaven, dropped all the water, and it hit the ground. That's what made those divots. Take a look close at them. That's why they've never found remnants of asteroids or meteorites or anything in those craters, because they're not there. So in Genesis 7:11 and 12, it talks about the gates of heaven opening up and the water pouring out, and then of course water's coming up from the deep, but I'm focusing on the waters from heaven. So take a look at these craters again, rethink about it, and think about water falling and causing that divot. Last point. You would think with the heliocentric model that we have, with a big bang from nothing, a tiny speck tinier than a pinhead, created all of this stuff. Remember, the heliocentric model is evolution. Now, whether you're a Christian or not, I know for you agnostics and atheists, this talking about, the Bible and things are going to really bug you, but look at this logically and soundly. I'm a science guy. I'm a math guy. So you've got to look at these things logically. When you look at these divots, if the Earth is spinning at however fast it was when the Earth's being created, asteroids shooting in from all directions, boom, boom, blowing up, how come every crater, and if you can answer this, I want to hear it, how come every crater on the planet Earth is symmetrical? Because you would think with the angle of asteroids coming in that there would be dirt pushed up on one side, even at a half of a degree of, instead of a 90-degree angle as it shows, as a 90-degree angle, half a degree of angular velocity would push so much dirt up on one side, but it didn't. All of these craters are symmetrical because the gates of heaven opened up, poured water straight down, causing the divots. There you have it.